Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic Unleashed. Fun fact, if you have not yet beaten the boss level, then the preview is grayed out. That's cool, isn't it? It's very cool, it's a very fun fact. Anyway, I'm going to skip the cutscene as soon as it lets me, because it is loading in the background. This is our first Werehog boss fight. 21 videos in, and only the second boss overall. And there is a boss for every country, so yeah, the pacing of this game is slightly weird. You can't get too close to the Phoenix, but at least he doesn't burn you. And then there is water jugs, which are obviously the way to deal with a burning Phoenix, and I am too bad to grab them and throw them at him. I'm going to get better at this, don't worry about it, but once again, this is just like my first recording, and I always feel like this adds a bit of authenticity to it. Yes, this is the correct button to press, and now he's extinguished, and now we can see what we can actually do, get the medal and so on. So, I remember this correctly, he will land on one of these platforms, the lowest one first, and then you hit him until you reach the threshold as indicated by the boss health bar, and the second part of the health bar is fake because you actually deplete it with a quick time event. And the health bar itself is also fake because he immediately gets back up and gets a new health bar, which is longer. So basically this entire fight isn't actually really a fight per se, because all you need to do is throw the water at him and the rest plays itself. You go where he is on the platform. It's pretty generous, like eventually he will reignite, I'm pretty sure, but you know, it's not a big deal. And otherwise you just wait for him to be in position to throw the water jug at. It's not a very good fight, but it's also not terrible, right? It is made a little bit more annoying by the fact that of course you can throw the water jug wrong and then you have to wait for it to respawn or maybe go somewhere else, and the water jugs can get destroyed by the Phoenix, so this can be annoying because now I don't have a water jug, so I'm like, should I wait? Nah, he's rising up already. And also, as you might have noticed, you need to throw more than one water jug for the second round, and you need to throw more than two for the third round, so yeah, that's fun. Anyway, this already worked, so that is good, and now we can see which platform is he going to go to. Is it the lowest one again? It is, for some reason. I think this is random, maybe he prefers the lowest one in the earlier parts of the fight, I don't know. Anyway, because the health bar is longer, the quick time event also gets longer, and now we're going to do an uppercut through him somehow and a down slam, and this still isn't enough to finish him off completely, because as I have strongly hinted at, we are not yet done. There is another fight, phase to the fight, and he has a very long health bar now, and I'm just waiting here with the water jug in hand. Great. It feels like he should do some sort of strafing attack here right now, like Meta Ridley style, but he doesn't. He just keeps destroying the background, which I'm sure is cool for some people. I don't know. He can also set you on fire, by the way, and then you have to go to the center. And yes, I am on fire right now, and if you want to not take damage over time, you should go to the center and go into the water. That actually works, but it's also not that big of a deal. The shield helps a lot here, absolutely, for sure, if you are stupid and don't just go behind the platform. But I'm just desperately trying to hit him here, but yeah, frustratingly it didn't work. And I know people don't like this fight that much because they're like, it's unintuitive and it's boring. And I agree with one of those statements. I think it makes perfect sense. I'm just being a dumbass here. Like, you need a little bit of patience and don't throw over him when it's clearly the same thing that has happened twice already. I also don't know why I wasn't able to block here, so that's cool. And also the fight has a mercy mechanic, as you're just seeing. Like, I could absolutely time it so that I could hit him earlier in his cycle, but if you just wait long enough, then you get a free hit, which is nice. It's a very nice failsafe in my opinion, and more bosses could stand to be like that, because this makes it very much not frustrating. You just have to wait it out. If you really don't get it, then just wait, and eventually he will be able to be hit by you. And also, of course, sometimes he just goes straight in the middle, and then you can definitely just freely hit him. And this was only the second jug, was it? So I guess I lied earlier, but you know, I can't quite remember these things. Anyway, which platform? Maybe the highest? No, it is actually, again, the lowest, so that's fine. Oh, it's the second lowest, and never mind. And I do a very basic combo. Again, it doesn't really matter. You will get to the quick time event unless you dawdle extremely long. And this does finish the fight. And of course, something I don't like with most of these quick time events is that they're completely random. It feels like if they were actually related to what you are doing, like if you're using your kicks or your hands, if they are stretchy or not, claw swipes, if the animation were synced up with the buttons you have to press, this would be a lot more intuitive and a lot cooler, but that's just the way it is. Obviously, it took far too long figuring stuff out at the start, getting all of the medals. We will get an S-rank fight eventually. It's rather quick actually. I remember this taking not much more than 1.5 minutes if you are really doing it correctly.
You all right?
Yes, thank you.
Whoa, what?
The moment the temple lit up, the beast woke up. It appears he's come back to his senses.
I see. I'll bet your job is to guard the Chaos Emerald Temple. You must have gone berserk when the emeralds lost their power.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Want some chocolate? So long!
Your dinner, Doctor.
Thank you. What's the progress on the Dark Gaia-powered Eggman land construction system?
Current status is 27% complete. Progress is significantly behind projected timetable. Presumed cause of delay is Dark Gaia's dispersion across the globe.
Oh, of all the lazy, here I go to the trouble of waking that Dark Gaia thing up, and it causes me nothing but delays.
Dark Gaia had yet to reach maturity within the planet's core, ergo it was still incomplete at the time of its awakening, ergo it was unable to sustain its own weight upon its release, ergo it scattered around the world.
I don't want to hear about its weight issues. So what if I gave it a bit of a sudden awakening? This is unacceptable.
Ergo, this is the repercussion of your hasty actions.
What was that? I'm having a bad enough day as it is. First that professor runs off with the Gaia manuscripts, and now the planet's coming back together.
That, Doctor, is the result of the power of the Chaos Emeralds, which you discarded along with Sonic. Ergo, another repercussion of your hasty actions.
Quiet, you junk heap! That was all part of my plan, part of the big picture. Where's the fun in having my plans succeed without any challenge? Anyway, what's the status of the remaining temples of Gaia?
Eggman forces have currently secured all locations. Defensive preparations are nearly complete.
That'll take care of Sonic for now, which leaves the problem of Dark Gaia. It'd be difficult to collect every piece scattered all across the world.
Searching conventional wisdom banks for topical advice. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Slow and steady wins the race. Nobody likes a whiner.
Isn't there a more efficient way? Some way to, I don't know, gather them all up at once. Wait, that's it, of course! With this, all of my plans will be realized!
Whew, it really feels like the game just suddenly remembered, oh yeah, I have a story and a villain. We should probably check in with all of these things and just deliver all of them at once. Anyway, there is a new character here, who we have seen before, but she has now spawned in Chun-Nan, because the night version is now open. So I'm going to explore a little bit, because otherwise the video is rather short. Because I haven't actually gotten all of the medals here. I did that off screen just to try and see. Worked out terribly pacing wise, so I'm doing it now. But yeah, these cutscenes actually kind of interesting, entertaining. You do love to see Eggman do his thing, and I also like that he is basically giving away his entire character motivation here. He doesn't actually want to easily succeed. He wants to have a challenge, and there is only one person in the whole world who can challenge him, which is Sonic. So that's fun to know and learn about. Anyway, now I do the correct answer, and we still don't get him unlocked as a merchant, which is what he will be. But next time I'm pretty sure when we see him. Otherwise, this is basically Denoument for here. But Wang has opened his shop, so that's nice, and we can buy some souvenirs, because after all we have to visit the professor, which was strongly hinted at, and which is what we usually do when we don't know where to proceed next. It's going to be a little weird, as we're going to see in the next video, just again pacing wise, because once again the game doesn't quite know how to handle itself with story versus level progression stuff. But it's fine, it's nice. We can talk about what we just did with a few people here, learn a bit more about the general lore of this place, and it is kind of interesting that there are these temple guardians and we have to beat the snot out of them to make them good, because they were corrupted by evil. The end. Is this a Blizzard story? Haha. In general, this is what the night stuff is all about. We learn now, you know, because the day stuff is basically just like Eggman doing his thing. That's very rude. Don't push me. Anyway, we are done here for now. Next time we're going to see what the professor tells us to do next. Thank you very much for your attention.